Ellsbury from Acrylic Art Paintings. Welcome to my channel. So today I have my paintings with glue directly from the bottle, a little bit, except for this one. This one is a leftover from other work, and it already has lubricant in there. I believe it's dimethicone. Because some people have asked me if they can use a painting that has a lubricant already in it, if they can store it. So yes, I use it all the time, and I'm going to show it here. So meanwhile, I'm going to mix my paint with the glue, and now I'm adding a little bit of water, a little at a time, in order to have the right consistency. And this is the consistency I'm looking for. So now I'm going to add my colors. And if you can see, this is a canvas that I've used previously that I'm gessoed, but it cracked. The gesso cracked when it dried. So I am going to use it, and then at the end I will apply some resin to cover it. So I'm just making my dirty cupping here. And now I'm going to use a colander to put my paint. Notice that it's a thick formula, and I don't have any background paint in my canvas right now. So I'm just pouring. I know you're gonna tell me, oh, we can't see, your hand is on the way, but I'm just pouring my paint in a circular motion. That's it. And I'm just trying to use the last bit of paint that I have. See? Just like that. And now, carefully, very, very carefully, to not mess up our design made with the colander, I am going to lift it I don't know what would happen if I just be quick to lift it, but I don't want to mess it up. So see, there's still some, and there is that beautiful colander pattern that was forming there. So now I'm just going to stretch the paint a little bit. And now you can see how cracked the canvas is as I'm tilting this. So I tilt one side and then tilt another one to try to keep the shape. Also, you can notice in the paint that there are some cells already forming. See, if you remember, I did not add any lubricants to the paints. I only used the leftover that I had. See, look at how pretty it looks in the blue paint that I had stored from another pour. And this is what it does. So I'm going to add a little bit of the cream color paint here to help my dirty pour slide. A little bit in the corners, and there you go. How do you like the colors? I really, really love these colors. Shades of blues and copper. If you do, hit that like button. Let me know how much you like it. I'm going to continue tilting here. Now I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I'll be right back. So look at how pretty it turned out. I did not look at those sails. Oh, how gorgeous. All right, guys, if you haven't yet, I'll invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now, this is how it looks already dried. As you can see, it has some cracks in there from the gesso. So I am going to apply some resin, and I'm using some gloves in here made with poly bags because I don't have gloves, so we're gonna box with that resin. This is the resin that I'm using today, Envirotex Light Pour On, and it has 2 bottles. So what I have done is I added equal parts of each of those liquids here into cups, and I'm going to combine them in this transparent plastic cup for you to see. Now, when you buy your resin, at least when I buy mine, I buy it at Michael's, and I just buy it when I have a coupon or when it is on sale, because this thing is too expensive. So, okay, my resin is already in the cup, and now I am stirring it with this wooden stick, and the key is not to lift it, to try to avoid as much air as possible. So now, even like that, see how many tiny little bubbles it has? So I am just going to put it over my pour here and try to get the last bit in there. Gotta squeeze it. Stuff is too expensive. Okay, so now we're dealing with liquid. So we start tilting. And make sure that we cover the corners. That's why I have this masking tape in here, that it helps me spread the resin everywhere and not spill it. Then that way we don't waste as much either. And we gotta press it a little bit on the sides to make sure that they are covered. Let's put a little, work these corners. Now the other corner right there, to have it completely covered. So I am, once it's covered, so leave it, you may want to check it every 10 or 15 minutes to make sure that there are not little bubbles. And now I'm going to apply heat to burst those little bubbles that we saw. But every 10 to 15 minutes, you may want to check it to see if the surface is still clean, and if there are some tiny little bubbles up, then apply more heat so that it dries smoothly. And then at about 30 minutes later, you can remove the tape. See, and this is how it looks already dried. Look at how beautiful it looks. I love that that copper and that design that it did in the middle in those cells. So thank you for joining me today. If you decide to try this technique, come and share it with us in our group on Facebook. Till then, keep painting.